What's up, Saiyan Army? Welcome to the video. So today we got a new client transformation video for you guys. As always, I want to shout out and thank my client Alonzo for allowing me to share his transformation and journey with you guys. Also, heads up, there will be a lot more transformations coming your guys' way. Reason being is I'm still super behind on my archives of transformations that I need to put up, and new ones that are coming through as well for you new Saiyans that are ascending into the new year and staying consistent. I have a ton of good ones that I can't wait to share with you guys. So make sure to subscribe and like the video. Also, I asked Alonzo if he had anything to share with you guys, and this is what he had to say. I've been into exercising and weightlifting for quite a few years now and consider it a part of my daily lifestyle. I'll do my best to get in a workout and stay on top of my meals. However, my balance over the past year had fallen off due to the stresses of school and work. With a lot of those responsibilities taken control of and big accomplishments coming up, I felt this was a perfect time to get on track with my goals, lose a few pounds, and felt no one better for the job than Matt after being a longtime follower and being motivated by his coaching and approach. I was ready to dedicate myself to the next 8 weeks. Matt reminded me that changes like this come slow and steady, not overnight. My weekly plans felt like something I could follow consistently and implement well after these 8 weeks, which further motivated me to continue. That's the goal with all my clients, is to set them up for success, put them on the right path, and have them keep on ascending well afterwards. And a little side rant about just personal training in general. Something I didn't like about the one-on-one personal training in the gym was a lot of coaches train their clients to need them, where if they weren't training with them, they weren't making progress, they weren't consistent, and they didn't know what the hell they were doing. So my goal with every single client, whether I trained them in person or online, was to always give them something that they could continue moving forward, to not need me long term. Because to be honest, I don't want to coach anyone for any long period of time unless they need someone just to keep them consistent and accountable. But once they got it, I want them fly free, little birdie, and keep on ascending. As you see in this transformation, Alonzo has a ton of potential, just like Gohan, and hopefully he's beast Gohan today. I'm grateful for this opportunity and hope to remind others it doesn't take long to see big changes with consistent work. And with that, let's get right into the transformation. Okay, so a little background on Alonzo. He is 22 years old. He is 5'10". He's been training for 5 years with a combination of lifting and running. His starting weight was 176 pounds with a goal to cut down to about 160, 165 pounds and recomp a little bit as well, which is exactly what we did. So we also put him on a version of my Saiyan Power Building program. Looking back at his questionnaire today, he would have been a great fit for my new Saiyan program. So make sure, for those of you guys who are interested in a 5-day split, one that I am currently running myself as well, use the link down below. Here's Alonzo's starting pictures. So as you can see, Alonzo has pretty good genetics, especially in the arms. You can see his biceps look very full. Shoulders, he got them natty shoulders going on where they're not like super capped or anything, but his arms are a little bit overpowering. Same problem I have, and a lot of natural people with the good arm genetics. From the side, his shoulders actually look a lot bigger. His anterior delts are very big, especially in comparison to his rear delts. His rear delts are definitely lagging a little behind. Triceps look pretty okay. Back, probably one of his weaker points, back and upper chest, but that is why we put him on a program to go and fix that. Week 1, macros 300 carbs, 60 fats, and 180 grams of proteins. Cardio was 1 session of 300 calories. New average weight was 175.5 pounds. So nothing spectacular. In fact, these first couple of weeks, macros weren't exactly on point. So we're just working to build that consistency. And that is completely normal for a lot of my clients. Even though I don't talk about if their macros were on and off, I kind of just give you their goals and everything, or their goal macros that I set for them. Understand that a lot of my clients are super new to tracking macros, never did this before in their life. So it's not expected to have everything perfect. Within the first week or two, everyone's different. However, I try to guide them as best as I can to figuring it out and just planning ahead. Really, that's what it comes down to. Planning ahead and just finding the foods that you like, that fit in your macros, that match what you prefer and something that you can do long term. So here's his week 1 pictures. Pretty much the same. It's only been a week. If anything, his body looks maybe a slightly fuller. I think his carbs were a little bit higher than what he initially was taking. His calories were a little bit higher. As always, like all my clients, the goal in the first couple of weeks is just to gauge their metabolism and the body, and just to get them to diet on as much food as possible, because that's what really makes dieting easy. When you're starving and have to eat salads and you're on very low calories, that's when dieting gets a lot more tough. But 300 carbs, fairly easy to diet on for a majority of people. Week 2, macros exactly the same. 300 carbs, 60 fats, 180 grams of proteins. Cardio went up to 2 sessions of 300 calories. New average low weigh-in was 174.2 pounds, so just a 1.3 pound drop from the week prior. Again, working to build that consistency. And here's Alonzo's week 2 pictures. As you can see, body is looking fuller. His delts look like they're popping more, even down to his biceps. His abs look like they're leaning out. It looks like he's filling out, but less bloated, if that makes sense. But you can definitely see a lot of progress being made, even though it's just been a couple of weeks. And something I also want to add to this is, with new clients, and for you guys starting your diet, you may have gotten your macros all figured out. You may have been hitting it. Everything's on point. Everything's going 100, and you're not seeing any progress. Don't worry about it. As I mentioned to Alonzo, as he mentioned in his write-up, change takes time. Don't go and nitpick every single thing, or else it's gonna drive you crazy. What I tell all my clients is just let me worry about it. Don't let it get to your head. I'll make the changes. Just put on those horse blinders. Don't worry about the mirror. Don't worry about your weight. Just put on the horse blinders, follow the program, and you will make great progress. Week 4, macros, 300 carbs, 60 fats, 180 grams of proteins. Cardio stayed the same, 2 sessions, 300 calories. New average low weigh-in was 173.1 pounds. Just to give an idea, macros have not changed throughout the entire transformation. Reason being is he's making progress each and every week, not only on the scale, but physically, you can see his body changing and looking better and better every single week. And here's his week 4 pictures. As you can see, he shaved off that body hair, so you can definitely see a lot more definition coming through. He cleaned up a little bit. That glorious mustache is still popping and looking good. Abs looking deeper. When you have body hair and you shave it off, you'll look leaner regardless. You look like you have a lot more definition. It's kind of like the tattoos. People without tattoos tend to have more definition than people with tattoos. Look at his shoulders. His shoulders are rounding up ever so slightly. Reason being is he's losing fat. Triceps popping out a little bit more. Progress is looking good from the back. Things are tightening up, and yeah, we're just gonna keep on rocking. Week 6, macros, 300 carbs, 60 fats, 180 grams of proteins. Cardio the same, 2 sessions, 300 calories. New average low weigh-in was 172 pounds. So this week was an off week. I believe we took a diet break on this week. He had just a lot of things going on, and that's why it's important for my clients to communicate with me, what's going on in their life, and if they need a break, how they're feeling mentally. Like I've even coached clients that told me straight up that they only can diet every other week, and every other week they have to not track, and they still made progress. Obviously, I gave them some guidelines to follow on those untracked weeks so we don't blow it up, because honestly, you can out eat a diet in 1 week easily, and he still made great progress. But yeah, it's important to communicate with me how you're feeling, if you need a diet break, and don't feel bad about it at all either. And that's something I learned to do as a coach as I evolved. Everyone needs that mental break sometimes. Anyways, here's his week 6 pictures. The glorious mustache finally came off, but the physique is tightening up. Abs looking deeper from the back. His back is actually leaning out. You can see a lot more definition, especially in this lighting. His back is looking better from the side. Triceps popping even more. You can just see everything just leaning out slowly but surely. Week 8, macros, 275 carbs, 55 fats, and 190 grams of proteins. Cardio stayed the same, 2 sessions, 300 calories. New average low weigh-in was 169.7 pounds. Alonzo did not hit his goal of 165 to 160. However, it doesn't matter, because Alonzo looks like he recomped a good amount of muscle mass throughout this transformation. He lost a bunch of fat, gained some muscle, and really at the end of the day, It's the mirror that is the deciding factor if your transformation was successful or not. It's how you feel. It's what you learned along the way. And that is something I also try to teach a lot of my clients, is just to enjoy the journey. Like, yes, when you start a transformation, you start a cut, you have this definitive endpoint, but understand that's not the end of the journey. The journey should continue for the rest of your life. If you're watching this video, chances are you want to get healthy, get shredded for the summer, do something with your body. You just want to change for the better, and understand that that fitness is a journey. It's something that you should be aiming to do for the rest of your life. And no, you don't have to lift weights, you don't have to get jacked or anything like that, but just be healthy. Like, that's all it is. Just be healthy, add years to your life, and live that long, healthy lifestyle. And that has always been my goal. You know, even before becoming a parent, I didn't want to become that parent that would take, you know, my kids to the park and just sit on the side, just on my phone, just chilling, whatever, you know. I always wanted to be that dad that was up in there playing with them, running around the jungle gym, you know, swinging on the swings, whatever it may be. I just always wanted to be there. But yeah, that's the end of the transformation. I don't know if I showed his week 8 pictures, but here they are. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. He sent me this and told me he did a few push-ups prior to taking his final progress pictures, which is why you can kind of tell his veins are popping in his forearms, his biceps, everything. His chest looks super pumped and full. But honestly, I'm here for it. Like, I'm all about them pump pictures, because there's no better feeling than hitting your cut and looking in the mirror, seeing that little extra vein you got going on in the arm, seeing the extra bicep vein, seeing some extra shoulder definition you got going on, just to see that all that progress, because that's where you can see all that progress in full effect. Alonzo's pictures, outside of his final week 8 pictures, everything else, lighting, even the time of the day, everything looks super consistent, which is why you can see some consistent changes. And that's the transformation. Summer is 60 days away or so. So for those of you who want to get serious about your diet, about your fitness, shoot me an email, gokuflex@gmail.com. Serious inquiries only. I have a limited spots available. For those of you guys who just want a good program, check out my Saiyan program that I've been running, or any of my programs at SaiyanArmy.com, especially my Saiyan shredding program. I just had someone send me their crazy transformation that they made off of that Saiyan shredding program, because I put all my years of knowledge into that ebook for you guys just to do on your own, where you guys don't need a coach. You guys are like, I got this. I just need to follow this and I'm good. And that's exactly what he did. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Much love, strength, and honor. Aloha.